Hello, everyone. Blake Ninja, the Engineer, Blake here, and I literally just made a video about this yesterday about how the age of gaming is coming to a sad but definite end with the rise of artificial intelligence invading the space, with the lack of creativity that has been displayed, the overcapitalization and monetization of gaming. And now we got this. It's just literally just the proof in the pudding. No more physical games, which is it's crazy because this is literally the same company that was in the news a few days ago for ending licenses that removes digital media from your library, stuff that you actually purchase. Pretty much proving that digital purchases are not real purchases. They're more like rentals. They're not once the license is expired or they decide to take it off and there's no online means or there's some uh, DMCA check to make sure that you have access to it, the medium becomes unusable or it gets deleted or it gets removed and you no longer have it. So like the purchase, something that you believe owned ownership, it's an illusion. Which is why I've never been too heavy on digital stuff. I don't unless there's some way to offline back it up. I'm never and with game systems there's it's most likely on PC. Which is literally what my whole video was about yesterday. It's like yo, we might as well just move to the cheaper PCs and Androids because consoles are getting up out of here. The companies that run them, the Sonys, the Nintendos, the Xboxes, they're companies first. The gaming was a fun run during COVID. They made billions of dollars, but that run is over. It's about AI now. It's about RAM and storage, and you need those things to run these computers, these mini computers that are gaming systems. And yeah, it's just not. You need even more money to put those softwares on physical media. But with that extra money, it's like you get a sense of actual ownership in some cases, right? Not with the game key cards, which, like I said, Nintendo's already. And Sony has some examples of that too, where they'll give you a disc, a physical disc, and you have to still download almost 60% of the game online, and sometimes they actually have like DMCA checks on the game. Doesn't happen often with the physicals, but it can, and that won't even be a possibility after 2028 because there will be no more physical production by Sony, and it's just like when is Nintendo who keeps complaining about their cartridge cost or Xbox is about to be at the game. It's like eventually, if it once it goes all digital, it's like I know I won't be in the space. It will be literally what I was saying yesterday: retro games only. Because I'll be still getting the same feeling that they're trying to sell to me anyways on mediums that I actually own and can pass down to my kids. So like, yo, this was when gaming was lit from like the 80s to 2030. About a good 50-year stint. But yeah. I mean, I guess life is like a video game today anyways with all the entertainment goofiness that's going on. So yeah, it's just sad. That's it. Quick little it is over. Get you a retro console, get you an Odin, download all the digital assets that you actually own, or game backups to those, and or a computer that you have before they become unreasonably expensive and or locked down by like Windows 11, which apparently is doing some weird stuff behind the scenes where it's like you ideas that you won't own your computer anymore. So it's like switch to Linux. Go to everybody does Steam OS. That's right. We're all saying it. Even though I think there's a big like there was like a big hack of I want to say one of the Linux kernels the other day, but also be secure and safe with your how you access and use the internet, which is getting locked down as well and censored. Yeah, just get a game, get one of these and go offline. That's what I'm saying. That's where we're going by 2030. That's what it'll be if you're a gamer. You're gonna be offline. Uh, if you're a true gamer, offline on your, one of these consoles or sorry, one of these handheld consoles or your own arcade computer. Kind of crazy. I don't think maybe I have to look as an economist. I don't know. If this is where I thought we were going after just having like $1 billion industry like 3 years ago. But yeah, I'm like others, we're probably gonna figure out ways to keep this thing going. Um, like I said, gaming as we know it, the era is over. Code and box, like that's crazy. I guess that's my thing. I have an internal. I just drive PS5 and PS5 Pro on purpose because like I like owning some of these things, like the Spider Mans and Monster Hunters, and I don't got the biggest PS5 library, but it's pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, we get rid of the stuff, the retro stuff, and then of course comes the delisting. Right, right here. And it's delisted stuff that you own digitally. So it's just like you really won't. We'll get to a point where we won't own anything. So it's like don't. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna purchase anything if that's the case in the future. I'm not. Or they need to. I like some YouTuber put it. It's like call it rental. That's what it would be at that point. We would just be renting. You know what I mean? Grand Theft Auto 6 is like I already said. They're not doing physical discs for like the first probably like year, which means probably never since they've already sold a gajillion copies. So it's like no, we're renting games, and I'm not. You saw what happened to Blockbuster, okay? And you see what happens with Netflix. It's like the prices is gonna keep going up. This Game Pass, where it's like we're renting games, and then it becomes too expensive, or the the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Another thing we could also do to counter is make our own games. That's what I probably want to do for sure. So, and let me know. Sad, sad day. Thought it was fake. Not thrill. Um, Shameless. Consumer loses.